Over the last 10 years, I spent a total of $105,420.69 in personal development coachings. And that is still the three things they all have in common. And you will get them in this video. Let me tell you a story that completely rewired how I think about human behavior. So I was at the seminar. We were split into categories, each containing of 4 groups for a challenge. The goal was to perform a live action version of The Lion King. And each category got their secret instructions. Category A's instruction was that if any of the groups win, each member of that group gets 500 euros cash prize. Category B's instruction was to deliver a performance so moving that the audience would cry. And the next day, the difference was staggering. Each group of Category A, motivated by the cash, worked individually. Each small group of 5 played every role. Simba, Mufasa, the zebras. It was total chaos. And honestly, it was kind of hilarious. But none of these groups impressed the jury. But Category B, all of the groups came together in one big group. So they had enough people to play even the smallest role. And the performance was flawless, beautiful, emotional. So good that the audience was moved to tears. And afterwards, the trainer broke it down. Category A focused on personal gain. What's in it for me? And because of that, they stayed divided. Category B, however, focused on a shared goal and created something astonishing. The big lesson behind it is everyone's naturally wired to think, what's in it for me? That's just how humans are. What's in it for them? But here's the twist. If you are the person who thinks what's in it for them, you instantly stand out. When you focus on making someone feel seen, heard and valued, you just don't win them over, you win at life. It's like JFK said,
"Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country."
And this applies everywhere. Business, relationships, even marketing. I mean, look at these 2 titles. How I got a girlfriend in 60 days, how you can get a girlfriend in 60 days. Which one grabs your attention? Exactly, this one. People don't care about you, they care about themselves. But here's the secret most people miss. When you care about them first, they will remember you forever. Picture this, you're thirsty. I pour water on the table. How do you drink it? You can't, you need a glass to hold the water. That's what boundaries are. The water is your personality. The glass is your edges, your opinions, your quirks and unique traits. Without boundaries, you're just a puddle. You're spilling everywhere and getting nothing done. And for years, I had 0 boundaries. I said yes to everything because I was too scared that people will stop liking me. I became a people pleaser, a walking approval machine.
Just like your mother.
And here's the problem. When you try to be everything for everyone, you become nothing for anyone. It wasn't until I started saying no and taking up space for myself that my life changed. And here's the real kicker. You are the most important person in the universe. That's not selfish, that's reality. When you put yourself first and follow your passion, the world gets better. Let's say your passion is baking cakes. When you love what you do, your cakes are incredible. People eat them, smile, and their day gets better. And they take that happiness to their families, co-workers, and friends. But if you hate your job, you create frustration. That frustration spreads like wildfire, ruining your day, their day, and the cycle continues. It all starts with you. Your happiness, your passion, your boundaries, they are the foundation for a better world. So here's the challenge. What's your passion? If you're not sure, comment passion and I will make a video walking you through how to find it. Here's a strange question. Do you have a problem with a tree outside your window? No, right? It's just there. It doesn't affect you. And now think about your emotions. Some anger, frustration, fear, grief. Why do you have a problem with them? Here's what most people don't realize. Suffering in your life doesn't come from what you feel or experience. It comes from how you react to it. Suffering has 2 roads, cravings and aversions. Cravings is when you want something that isn't here yet and you're saying, I need this and it's bad that I don't have it. Aversions are when you want to get rid of something that is already here and you're saying, this is here and it's bad. So let's break this down. Imagine you're single and you crave a relationship. Every time you think, I don't have a girlfriend, you feel bad because you're telling yourself that not having one is a problem. And now imagine you're at work and you're having that annoying coworker and you think, I can't stand being around that person. That's aversion. You label that coworker's presence as bad and that makes you suffer. The suffering doesn't come from being single or from that coworker. It comes from your reaction to those things. So the solution is stop reacting. When you stop reacting, craving and aversions lose their power over you. You will no longer feel the need to resist what is here or chase what isn't. You're simply present with what is. And that's where the peace begins. You can think of suffering like a campfire. The fire represents your suffering. And every time you react by craving or resisting, you're throwing a log onto the fire. But without the logs, the fire eventually dies out. So when you stop reacting, the suffering burns out on its own. And it's not about suppressing your emotions or pretending that everything is fine. It's about letting things be. The tree outside your window is there, and you don't have a problem with it. And your emotions can there be too without being a problem. This doesn't mean you stop feeling emotions or stop having desires. It simply means you stop reacting to them. When you feel anger, you don't suppress it or lash out. You simply notice it. Oh, there's anger. When you want something, you don't obsess over it. You acknowledge it without making it a problem. It's like watching the clouds pass by through the sky. They come and go, and you're just there, observing. And this takes practice, because we spend our whole lives reacting to cravings and aversions and labeling them as good and bad. But once you let go of that habit, you'll find freedom you'll never knew existed.